everybody, my name is LoserMac, and today I wanted to make a new, hopefully quick video on Dead of the Night and what it does better for specific calling cards and camos and whatnot. Basically, I'm going to try to make this a series where I'm going to cover every DLC map and what it does better for certain cards and everything. The series is going to take forever to make because DLCs are not going to be coming out fast, and we'll see if I stick with it. But for now, I'm going to be covering Dead of the Night. So Dead of the Night has some new features that make this map better for specific cards. It's not very many cards, so don't worry. This map's held back, I believe, by a $50 cost. I don't think you can buy this on its own. So basically, don't worry. All the previous videos that I made on the calling cards are still completely valid, completely relevant. They're really good methods, and there's not very many better methods in this map, so don't be frightened at all. But basically, I'm going to show you what cards I'm talking about and kind of show gameplay in the background. It's a different format, really. I'm not going to make an intro and then get into it. We're just going to breeze through this as quick as possible and show you the updates I want to talk about. So the first updates is Heavy Duty and Like a Boss. So within this map, there are werewolves and there are Nosferatus, which is the Crimson Vampires. Werewolves count as mini bosses and Nosferatus count as heavy zombies. Figured this out because I was actually killing them and it was going towards my camos, so I found that really cool. And you get, with bots specifically, you get 20 plus Crimson zombies per round. So that's so many heavies that you can try to kill. And for mini bosses, there are about 3 to 4 werewolves that can spawn every other round or every 2 rounds. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to check again. But there are so many werewolves that spawn in this map. So that's way better than Blood of the Dead and the Blightfathers in any of the maps that you want to choose. Because Blightfathers spawn, if you're playing with bots, they spawn about 4, 1 per bot, every other 3-4 rounds. It was very infrequent and it wasn't very good. And then Wardens would only spawn 3 every 5 rounds. It was terrible. This card is really slow because of that. But with werewolves are spawning constantly. So this is way better in this map. This card is going to be way faster with this map. Same thing with Heavy Duty. But the thing is with the Crimson Vampires, you can get them in 2 ways. One, you can try to start upgrading the Wonder Weapon, and if you don't want to use the Wonder Weapon, that's completely fine. I wouldn't use it because it's less XP and you might want to get stuff towards your guns. We'll talk about that later. But if you start getting your weapon upgraded to the 2nd tier, Alistar's Annihilator, which I won't have a guide or anything, just maybe I'll leave some links in the description. But basically, you can get it to the point where you're going to spawn the mini-boss, which is the original Nosferatu mini-fight, and you can just kill it, and that will start to spawn Crimson Zombies. I'll kind of show gameplay on what I mean. But that will start spawning them just right then and there, and they'll start spawning probably not as frequently as they will in the later rounds, but they'll start spawning starting there. Or, if you want to completely subtract that entirely, you can wait till round 35. About round 35, I actually started getting Crimson Zombies naturally. It was really weird. They came out of nowhere, but they just start spawning at round 35 with bots. So you can do it that way if you want, and you'll still get a ton of kills. In the gameplay specifically, I'm using really terrible weapons like the Spitfire, so I don't get a lot of these Crimson Zombie kills, and I don't get a lot of the Werewolf kills. Don't use the Spitfire. Use something like the Mog or the Hellion Salvo, because these will basically one-hit. Well, this will one-hit if you have Dragon's Breath, Long Barrel, and Barrel Choke. If you have these, that will one-hit werewolves, almost one-hit them. It'll do really well, especially if you have Silver Bullets. Silver Bullets are a must. And if you have the Hellion Salvo, you're probably going to need High Explosive. I'm not sure if you need that, but if you pack punch this 5 times, it will probably one-hit them, basically. So you'll get a ton of kills just with these guns, which I already have recommended in my previous video. So I just want to mention that right there. But yeah, Heavy Duty and Like a Boss can be done much faster in this map. Another thing is Curiosity. You get a ton of catalyst spawning throughout your game, and with bots, if you're just leveling up your weapons regularly, you'll get a ton of catalyst kills, and it's better than the other 2 maps, IX and Voyage, because there's actually a spot in this map where they just flood in and you can get tons of kills. So I think this map's actually better for Curiosity instead of Voyage or IX. However, for these 2, the method I already showed you before, way better for these 2. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do Curiosity. Sorry, you don't want to do more than one way or Guard Your Tongue in Dead of the Night. But Curiosity, you'll get Curiosity pretty fast, in my opinion. But that's basically everything within this calling card set. There's not very many things you can do with this. All I can say is Untouchable is almost impossible. You'll probably never get any points toward this card in your games, maybe in the early rounds. But Vampires are way too much of a problem. and you never regenerate your health, so that's almost impossible. Big Spender, however, I did want to mention. Big Spender is really good, because if you do end up getting, in this gameplay, I'll show you the Spitfire. If you do end up using it, which you really shouldn't if you want to go for heavy duty and like a boss, but Big Spender, if you just get silver bullets on the Spitfire, and you pack punch it 5 times and whatnot, and you just spam them like crazy, you're going to need Cryo Freeze as well, because Cryo Freeze slows them down and it makes it way easier to get kills. But you can spam this thing like crazy, and you're constantly running out of ammo, and you just go up to the wall and buy more ammo and go right back and just keep killing zombies, and you'll be spending so much points. I never went any higher than like 60k points in this game because of how many points I was spending on Spitfire ammo. So that's actually a really good way of getting a Big Spender. So I would recommend doing that. And there's not really any other weapons that just like blow ammo like crazy, and you spend more points on the silver bullets as well as upgraded ammo by 1,000 points. It costs 5,500 instead of the usual 4,500 when you try to buy it off the wall, making this map really good for Big Spender in my opinion. But that's basically everything for those, and there's not really anything you can do in these that's any better. For this one, oop, I hit the wrong one. This one. The only thing in this whole card set that I could really find that's better is Sanctuary. I'll have to do more testing, but you can spawn or you can place traps wherever you want in the map, and you can make it to where you can get about 3 in one very small location that you could run through in 30 seconds, which is 1 anti-entrapment. Because of the times it takes to reload your anti-entrapment, you basically, the previous method I showed you was on IX. You just run through 2 traps in your game and then just repeat. With this map, however, you can probably do that with 3 traps now. I don't know how much points it costs, so I'll have to do all that testing, but in this map you can just run through 3 traps, the electric trap, one of the fire traps, and the other fire trap, and that's basically as far as you can get before you run out. You can't use the 4th disc, which is probably better because you would have to open a lot of the map just to get all 3 discs. So that's Sanctuary could be better on this map, but I still have to do more testing, and I'll get back to you on that one. But that's the only thing I can think of in this pack. And then weapons and equipment and prestigious. If you did watch my stream, the information I was talking about, I got a lot more, I did a lot more testing on this, and I just want to make a disclaimer right now that Dead of the Night is not very good for getting experience unless you're solo using the Wonder Weapon, but even that is not as good as Blood of the Dead with 4 bots or 3 bots. You don't get very much experience with bots in this game. You can't get very many kills with your guns, and therefore all of this weapons and equipment, prestigious, camos, and what leveling up your weapons is way slower than Blood of the Dead. You can't get these done like any faster than you can on Blood of the Dead. However, because of the silver bullet thing, you basically can get unlimited ammo in any weapon in the game, including the launcher or any box weapon you could possibly think of because of the silver bullets, and how you can just keep replenishing them down in the spot, which I'll show you in the gameplay. But that makes it to where you can completely rearrange, if you watch my video, you completely rearrange all of these cards, and you can just do all these differently with different weapons. I'm not going to really explain which ones you can do, and I'm just going to refer you to my stream and then put a timestamp, because I don't really want to go over all that again. But if you really want to use this map, you can do it with silver bullets, and you can rearrange everything I told you to do from my video with different weapons. Like if you don't want to do precision with the Koshka, which is going to be terrible, you can just rearrange these. You can actually do it with bolt cylinder, burst counts bolt cylinder with the outlaw, I think it's called, yeah, from the box, and you can just keep getting outlaw ammo from there, and you can do burst counts just that way instead. But you can do your own testing and stuff like that if you want. But I'm gonna say now that my methods, or the methods I show you, they're not necessarily mine. The methods I show you on Blood of the Dead are way better for all these anyway. So I thought silver bullets would be revolutionary, but vampires, werewolves, crimson vampires, catalyst, and the bots, especially because you're not in a good room for killing zombies, all of that adds up to a terrible experience and makes it to where you can barely level up your weapons, get camos, or anything with this map in general. So this map is not better in any way than Blood of the Dead. If I could find a better room within Dead of the Night than the one I'm showing you, where the bots can't take most of the kills, and you also don't like die a lot because of the vampires and everything, then this map could potentially be better. But there's not a single room I could find where bots are just like behind you the whole time and you're getting most of the kills up front, with the spawns up front being faster, like in the New Industries room. There's not a single spot where I could find that it's any better for all that. Anyway, I'm rambling, but Dead of the Night, all in all, Dead of the Night is not that great of a map to work with. your weapon level up is slow. You get camo slow. Headshots are almost impossible because vampires are shorter than regular zombies. So you can barely even... If you kill a vampire, your headshot streak, your Odin, goes away. And so you would have to... But also, you die a lot because the vampires constantly make it to where you can't regenerate health. All in all, it's just a bad experience for leveling up your weapons and leveling up in general. So this map I do not recommend for doing that. Blood of the Dead all the way, as I've been mentioning before. This is probably the class I'd recommend if you are going to try to level up your weapons and get camos for your guns and stuff, or try some of the methods in this map. I'd recommend this class setup. I did mention that you can't really get headshots very easily, but for specific guns, it's still better because sometimes you go on that modifier, or you know, your headshot streak, and it will do extra damage and it will help for a lot of the time, but you're gonna lose that streak a lot. It's gonna go away quite a lot, so you're not gonna be able to keep it as well as you could in Blood of the Dead. But I still recommend it in this modifier slot. This is because you're gonna probably die a lot, and if you really care about losing your perks, which you probably don't really need to care about losing your perks in this map, but if you really care, then I would suggest taking Dying Wish and Quick Revive, just so you can stay in the fight longer, and Time Slip just because it's convenient. You won't really need Stamina Up because you're not running around that much. But you can replace Stamina Up with like Dying Wish if you want. If you really don't care about losing your perks, because you're going to go down a lot in this map, so if you don't care about losing your perks that much, don't do Dying Wish. It's expensive and you don't use it that much. It doesn't come up as often as I would like, so you can replace it with Stamina if you want. These are the elixirs. I'm just going to go over this really quickly, and these are those weapons I would use in this map. And I wanted to mention that early game, there's like no order or no strategy for early game. I'm going to show you like a background clip, but bots, well, I mean, the thing is, the spawns are separated. I don't know why they did this, but I guess they wanted to make it like Verrucht again. But there are 2 people for each side, therefore you can literally only get half the kills you could usually get. Like in Blood of the Dead, you can take all their kills, or you can only get a little bit of them. But in this map, you can only literally get half. And the other bot could easily take some of the kills from that half from you. So you'll get like barely any points. The early round's terrible. And there's no order to it. You have to open the map to get to the Sentinel Artifact. And the worst thing is, the bots can activate the Sentinel Artifact. Like, I thought I could make a little trick where you would just stay in one general area and they wouldn't open the rest of the map because the Sentinel Artifact opens the rest of the map. But they just go right up to it, activate it, and it's over. And now everything's chaotic. You can barely get any kills in early rounds. So, like I said, this map's not very good for like anything. it's just not that great. It's fun. It's a very fun map. It's very hectic, but it's not that great for weapons and everything like that. And I just wanted to put this clip in there to kind of show you that. It's not the greatest map for that, but for specific cards, it's pretty good. However, I just wanted to show you what calling cards specifically are better with this map. And there's very few, like I said. So, that's it for this map. And later when DLC comes out, I'll see if there's any better methods with those. And this is basically the first episode of the series. And yeah, hopefully it was good. Hopefully you learned some things. I don't know. Hopefully these methods help. There's not very much with this map. But anyway, that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This basically is the sole reason as to why you're not supposed to play this map with bots. Just check this out. Alright, buddy, you're good now. You can go ahead and move. Well, if you're not gonna move, why don't you at least defend yourself? Dude, there are a lot of zombies out here, man. A lot of vampires. Why don't you shoot that gun of yours? It's confirmed bots can go AFK. Yeah, okay. Alright, he's really not gonna defend himself. He's not gonna move. Maybe I should help him out. No? Nothing? No. Oh, okay. Let me just revive him. Maybe that'll help. Oh, wait. I already did that, didn't I? Oh, that's right. I did. And he's still not moving. Let me give you a little push, buddy. No? No, really? Oh, okay. Well, great game. Absolutely great game. And he'll go down, and the bots won't follow him anymore. It'll only try to go revive him. So this whole game's ruined now, because he'll go down. These bots are gonna come with me, but no. He'll once he goes down, they're out of here, and that ruins my whole method. I was literally trying to get to round 35 to record a clip, and this happens to me. Great. Never mind. He just needed to take a restroom break. That's what that was.